Good morning, everyone. Happy you're all joining us for our daily devotional. I'm Kyle, and wanted to hopefully share some encouragement with you this morning. This past weekend, we continued on in our sermon series where we're looking at the upper room discourse between Jesus and his disciples, and we looked at John chapter 15, which is one of my all-time favorite passages. Many of us are familiar with it, where Jesus says, "I am the true vine, and my Father's the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the words I've spoken to you. So remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself if it remains on the vine. It must remain on the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me." And the passage continues to go on to say, remain, remain, remain. And it's this heavy emphasis. We should pay attention to that, obviously, about remaining with Christ, whatever that looks like. And I've taught on this a lot, and I've really focused on that because I think it is a key point that the passage that Jesus is speaking here is how important it is to remain in him. But I want to kind of shift gears slightly and look at why. Because here in this passage, it's very clear that the purpose of our remaining, or the result, I should say, of our remaining, the purpose is to be with him, but the result is fruit. That we will produce fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Those things will be produced when we remain in him. And so fruit of the Spirit is kind of the result of us being with God. And so it's a good measuring tool for us, for our personal lives. I'm not asking you to go out and measure everyone else's fruit and see what they're producing. It's really encouraging when you see others who you've seen life change. But I'm asking us this morning to maybe perhaps take an inventory of ourselves. I know a lot of times I can look at my life and just come to God and say, God, what fruit am I producing? And sometimes it's fruit of me, of Kyle, and not the fruit of the Spirit. And maybe you're there. So I bring that to God and ask God to help me with that and to develop that fruit in me. And to be honest, it's so encouraging when I can look back on the past number of years and see the ways that God has produced more fruit in my life and changed me from the inside out. And I've become more patient or more joyful or whatever it is, whatever fruit God is working on. And so I would encourage you this morning to maybe just sit and take an inventory, look at your life, and kind of what fruit is being produced. Is it fruit of the Spirit, or is it fruit of you? And then to bring that to God and ask God to develop that fruit in you. And again, it's going to be tough at times. It says that he will prune us. He'll get rid of the stuff that's not of him. But really, the way that fruit is produced is by us spending time with him. And so lean into your relationship with Jesus. Take it serious. Honor him with your whole heart and your whole life, and watch what he does with it and the fruit that's produced. I love being a part of a church where I can just step back and look and see the fruit of the Spirit in the lives of our community. And I'm so grateful that God is working and moving in our church. And so thank you guys. And I hope you're encouraged by this morning. So we love you and hope to see you this coming weekend.